Have you ever wondered what would happen if you guys got trapped into Prodigy? Maybe some of you guys are thinking, oh, I would be a powerful wizard or something. Well, nope, in this video we will be telling you what would happen if you actually got yourself trapped in-game in Prodigy somehow. So without wasting another second, let's get on straight to it. So first of all, you wake up and you're in Prodigy now. You're at your house and for some reason you don't even have a bed around and we're just on the floor or something, right? You wake up. Now the first thing which your question might be is, how am I seeing the world? Is the world in 2D or is it in 3D? Now that, my friends, is an excellent question. Well, if the world is in 2D, then certain things become impossible in the game. For example, the world has to be in 3D, otherwise these furniture cannot be turned in 3 dimensions. It would only have one phase. So as we're seeing the game in 2D because, well, we're looking from a top-down perspective, you would be looking at the game in somewhat of a 3D way. So everything would look 3-dimensional, it wouldn't look this way. So first thing which you guys would notice is that you'd be seeing the world in 3D. And then the second thing is you'd probably be getting some odd looks from everyone else in Prodigy because you're wearing the regular world clothes. You're not wearing Prodigy clothes, you're wearing our world's clothes. So obviously people would be looking at you like, who is this new explorer? Perhaps he's the monster. Someone might even try to capture you as the monster. Right, now once you do that, you guys might be like, okay, we've gotten past that, but what happens? Well, first of all, you'll probably end up meeting Newt somewhere along the way and end up having to do the quest. Now, Newt only heals wizards. What if he doesn't heal you? Well, anyways, the first thing which you'll realize you'll have to do very quickly is you'll have to find friends, and by finding friends, you'll have to complete quests for these guys over here. Now, please do remember that you are a human. You cannot unlock magic. You are not a wizard. So what you would have to do is you'd have to go over here and battle these monsters in hand-to-hand combat with like your normal 0 additional damage, and you'd have to battle them with like the weakest spells in the game in order to defeat them. So imagine having to cast Falling Star Smash like 80,000 times. Imagine that. That would be absolute pain. That would be absolute pain, but let's suppose you can only cast the bare minimum magic spells. Even in that case, you guys would have to spend a lot of time trying to defeat monsters. But there's another thing. You guys aren't bound by Prodigy logic. That means you can just walk around and explore. Maybe you want to jump on top of the goldfish. Boom, you can walk over there because you can swim, jump, hop, and everything else as a wizard. And you guys can also even go on top of this ledge because as you can see, this ledge is not much higher than the wizard. And if your height is based on or around the average wizard, you will notice quite easily that, well, that you would quite easily be able to hop on top of that. So not only that, but you would also be able to make your way around nearly everything without having to do much. So if your quest doesn't require you to do any battles, what you guys could do is you could just swim across. Really, it would be quite refreshing actually, because you could literally swim everywhere across rather than having to walk around. So that by itself is refreshing. But on top of that, don't even get me started on what would happen in Lamplight Town. Right, so first thing, we don't know if Prodigy has its own language. Right, so far, if you look over here, you guys can see it seems to be written in English. And because everything is written in English, if you're a non-English speaker, well, first of all, bye, you're completely screwed in this world. And if Prodigy does have its own language, well then we're screwed even more. Because if they have their own language, not only will you have to learn it, but yeah. Anyway, so you guys might just be hit in the face with language differences. And if that isn't enough, well guess what? You're absolutely broke in Prodigy. You don't have money to do anything, so the only thing that you can do is you can battle monsters. And of course, since you have dropped into Prodigy, you are teleported, not your wizard. Your wizard doesn't know who you are. Your wizard doesn't know that it's in a game. You have been teleported in-game, and now you don't have anything. You have to become friends with your wizard, get your armor from your wizard, and then you will be able to actually do something. So first of all, you really can't do much if you're transported in Prodigy. And on top of that, you'll have to earn yourself a map. You won't be meeting Newt straight away. You'll actually have to find maps from people and have to trade with them. Imagine being stuck in such a position that you don't know the map of the area which you're in. Imagine getting lost on this island or getting to the far island. How would you get to the far island? You get mail. You can't swim across that distance. And of course, because you don't have the map or anything, you can't teleport around. So you're basically limited to these zones until you find newts. And that is the sad truth of what would happen if you were teleported in. Now, of course, you could make it to Skywatch, which would be easy because you can climb the giant beanstalk. And you couldn't even go to the volcano place because you're a human. Yeah, on top of that, you wouldn't be able to withstand the heat. There would be no oxygen in Skywatch. And the cold might be too much for a human in Shipwreck Shore, Shiverchill Mountain. And then don't even get me started on Shipwreck Shore. You cannot stay underwater for that long. Most people would go on the staircase to a different realm after 7 or 8 minutes, depends on how cold the water is. But you guys know what I mean. Basically, the only zone which you could nearly survive in would be Firefly Forest. You would be trapped in Firefly Forest, your house, and the Dark Tower. That's all what you can use. You could probably go to Dynadic Oasis once or twice in a month or few, but you would be trapped in these areas. Just imagine being trapped over here in Lamplight Town. That would be absolutely infuriating, just being stuck here. Well, at least you'd become better friends with the locals. Oh yeah, guys, another thing I forgot to mention is that the world still stays in the same cartoon quality. Of course, if it's 3D, it will still be 3D cartoon quality. So, yeah, you aren't getting amazing graphics, you're getting potato chip graphics, right? No. Wait, no. Let's suppose you have amazing RTX, just pretend you have it's not going to be Minecraft RTX level, it's going to be above that, so that's going to be the graphics over here. But anyways, you'd basically be trapped for the rest of your life until you one day came across newts or someone willing to give you a quest. And of course, you can go to Bordy and he might give you the stuff, but first of all, you'd be trapped to Firefly Forest for quite a while. For quite a while, you'd only be able to accept Firefly Forest quests. And then maybe he'd give you a map so you can go around. But other than that, you're basically stuck until you guys get lucky. And festivals, well, you're just going to be hearing the same thing day after day after day after day after day, and it'll drive you insane. And not to mention, it's always daytime. No matter what, it's always daytime. Your house is always lit. Yeah, for some reason it's always daytime in Prodigy, despite it being 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 p.m. Because nope, apparently it is still morning, it's still daytime. So yeah, you'd never get sleep, and when Starlight Festival came, it would always be nighttime, so you could never wake up. And of course, I know that's not how it works, but that's how I'm gonna say it works. So you can never wake up during Starlight Festival, and you can never go to sleep during the rest of the year. And don't even... Winterfest. So what would happen during Winterfest? Well, in Winterfest, I guess you can't go to Lamplight Town because everything's snowing, and you can't even get magical snow. Well, you could get magical snowflakes and get yourself armor, so yeah, you could attend the festivals, but it would still be quite risky. And that is what would happen if you would plant it in Prodigy. You basically would not be able to survive. Well, you would be able to survive. Oh yeah, what would you eat? It's not like you're given wizard food every few days. You'd have to play in the arena quite a lot in order to earn food. And on top of that, I guess you could steal the pumpkins around Lamplight Town and eat them. And there is a food supply which is constantly stocked in the docks. So I guess you guys could eat around here, but that would be risky since you are taking property of Kunos. But yeah, you guys could probably take some stuff from over here and keep yourself alive. You could probably go fishing, eat some monsters. That sounds absolutely horrendous. But yeah, you guys can see you would be able to survive for a few months. So yeah, you guys could probably survive for a few months-ish over here. But then again, you also have Survey over here, who's a knight. And he would probably prove challenging for you, but he is fat, so he probably won't. So you guys can see, all in all, you would be able to survive into Prodigy, but your house accommodation, you wouldn't have any, because once again, you got teleported in. You did not get your house, you did not get starter, you just got teleported in, plopped in, that's all. Oh yeah, during Pumpkin Fest and Spring Fest, I just realized most people have their house decorations in the way that the house decorations have food on them. So you could just barge into someone's house, take their food, and during other festivals which have food, you could just take the food from the festivals as well. It's like you could just easily do all of that in a few seconds. Like, just get the food, that's all. Bye. Like, Like, ha 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 ha, I took your carrots, moo ha ha ha. So yeah, your food would usually be arranged for the entire season. The only thing which you'd have to worry about is home, shelter, and not being suspicious enough that the Prodigy police goes after you. Unfortunately, there's no police in Prodigy, but you guys could tell that you'd probably get suspicious people suspiciously looking at you like, who is this man, and what is he doing? But anyways, that is what would occur if you found yourselves unfortunately trapped inside a Prodigy. You'd probably not be able to survive for long, or if you were, it would be quite sad. But anyways, guys, if you found this information helpful in any sort of sense, I hope you guys would subscribe. It would really help me out. Give this video a like, and many more, and I will be catching you all next time. 1DoctorGenius out the house. Bye, and have a good time. See y'all next time. Bye.